According to these anti-communists, the blacklisters represented the real threat by exploiting the nation's insecurities, sweeping up innocent liberals in their nets, stifling free expression and creativity, and trampling on civil rights. To Johnson's critics, the anti-communists snatched opportunity from loyal Americans who dared to imagine a better, more equitable society. In their view, the targeted were the heroes. It took courage to defy congressional committees, proudly plead the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination, refuse to name names, sacrifice their own careers, and sometimes go to jail. On the other hand, decades later, many conservatives still see Johnson and his fellow anti-communists as justified in their dire warnings, if not always their methods. Plentiful evidence has emerged over the years to buoy their claims that, indeed, there was a communist influence in government, labor unions, and various professions, including entertainment. The end of the Soviet Union in 1990 provided access to KGB archives. Along with the release of the code-breaking Venona papers starting in 1995, this new evidence documented Soviet-backed espionage and covert activity by hundreds of Americans up to the highest levels of government. Even if they weren't hardline Communist Party members trying to establish a Stalinist regime in America, they were doing their best to promote Moscow's interests. Communists not only supported Henry Wallace's Progressive Party campaign for president in 1948, they helped to lead it. Zealous anti-communists such as Johnson were, in many ways, unremarkable Americans, notable more for their representative traits than for any demonic attributes. Not a clubman by nature, Johnson joined organizations but shunned leadership roles outside his business interests. He had no congressional or executive mandate to pursue subversives. What was in it for him? Nothing financially. He never recouped the thousands he spent on his anti-communist work. The flame of his influence flared for only half a decade. In 1956, he finally faced a challenge he could not overcome, a libel suit brought by blacklisted entertainer John Henry Faulk. At the New York City show trial 6 years later, celebrated attorney Louis Nizer sued on behalf of Faulk. Johnson and his co-defendants were represented by attorney Thomas Bolin from the law firm of former McCarthy aide Roy Cohen. Many in the entertainment business held out hope the trial would snuff out the final embers of anti-communist civic activism in America. Even before the verdict, Lawrence Johnson's reputation as a shrewd marketer and a supermarket patriot had been irrevocably tarnished. His legacy seen as something akin to damaged goods.